And we are live.
Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is another scene for Hong Kong House of Cards. Today is Saturday, September 26th, 2015, and today we find ourselves in, of all places, Adam's Brothel. That being said, we will start the scene with Adam having called Mr. Crispin to meet him for some rather important legal matters with the paperwork on his adoption. And I will start there. Deb, take it away, and I'm muting for a moment.
Pelagia is going to be sat on the floor at one of the coffee tables, poking hula hoop crisps with a pencil, which does make sense.
What's she poking with a pencil? A bird?
No, hula hoop crisps.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Wait,
Okie dokie.
She's poking me with a pencil?
No, hula hoop crisps.
Oh,
Hula hoop
okay.
crisps.
Like Funyuns?
Kind of like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll just go with Funyuns. Funyuns will work too. Just round hoop crisps.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
After a few moments, there will be a knock at the door, I suppose, and Crispin will be guided in by
Mei Ling. Adam's trusty butler. And she will guide you to a table, and there sits Adam, sitting beside Pelagia, with a manila envelope beside him and paperwork and whatnot splayed out.
Thank you, miss. It's very nice to see you again.
You're speaking Cantonese to her, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. She will respond with thank you. Do you require anything?
A cup of tea would be very nice, please.
Earl Grey, black, green, oolong. She goes through this whole list of roughly 95 different teas.
Oolong would be very nice, please.
She nods, and Adam nods to her. She scurries off.
Thank you again.
So.
Good morning, Mr. Crispin. Or, I'm sorry. Out of character slip up.
I was like, whoa, what? You're greeting yourself?
No, sorry, then out of character. Out of character slip up. I'm sorry, what's Adam's last name again?
Weston?
Oh, is that Adam's last name now?
We're going to get what I want you to have, or what you want you
Will?
to have. We discussed it.
Sorry, Will, are you there?
Cope, by the way, Cope. Sorry, anytime I load up my sheet on my Galaxy phone while I'm trying to do scene, it cuts me out of connection.
Oh, I was just trying to remember what Adam's last name was again. I'm
Cope.
sorry. Go?
Cope, C-O-P-E.
Oh, Cope. Good morning, Mr. Cope. It's very nice to see you again.
Likewise, Mr. Crispin. I have papers for you that should expedite this.
Excellent.
I can't get them to roll properly.
Adam kind of looks at her and smiles and pats her on the head. They're not designed to roll. They're designed for eating.
Well, yes, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of hoops and sticks and things that One Pink was talking about.
What? The kind, like, with... Yes, just keep trying to figure that out, darling. So Adam will turn back to Crispin and slide across the table Crispin's been practicing for how long?
Let me see.
Roll me a fate dice, actually.
I don't actually remember. Okay, I'll just roll you a fate die, but I was just gonna look to see if his age was written on here, but I don't see it. Just a moment.
Okay.
Sorry, just stupid.
You do that.
Exactly, you do that. Okay. I'm gonna say Crispin has not dealt with a lot of family court stuff. And thus hasn't really dealt with paternity tests.
Okay.
But you roll me intelligence law.
Okay. And as he's looking through the documents, he'll look down at Pelagia and say, "Good morning, miss. It's very nice to see you again as well."
Hello.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm just trying to work out this hoop and stick thing.
Oh.
One Ping said that he used to play with hoops and sticks 100 years ago, but I'm not really getting it.
Oh.
At this time, Charlie will come down from upstairs looking disheveled, button-up shirt buttoned up with one button in the middle in the middle. I've heard about that game before, but it's gone out of practice in recent centuries.
Okay,
Adam will
where
kind
can
of
I
turn
get
his
the
head
stuff
and look.
for it?
Influence. Oh, okay. There we go.
The law ability, not influence.
Yeah. No. I was just trying to find it.
Oh, gotcha. It should be under knowledges.
Yeah. So that's 7 dice for me.
Nice.
With my
Wow.
with my research thing
Specialization?
apply? Yes.
I would say absolutely. It's research. This is all paperwork. It's incredibly banal if Adam had looked through it. So yeah, this is all research stuff. So
Okay.
Adam went into a small
Standard,
banality coma.
okay, one success. You are in fact staring at a paternity test.
What it says is a bit trickier to work out, but
Exactly.
Hmm. I can tell that this is a paternity test. Certainly. Can I do an extended roll and a slightly increase in difficulty?
Yeah, you can do an extended roll. I'll give it diff 8.
Okay. Goddamn ones.
Botch. Holy shit, botch. Okay. So yeah, you're staring at a paternity test. That's about all you know.
I feel very embarrassed to say this, Mr. Cope, but I can't make heads or tails out of this.
What
Adam
was
at
the
that point
difficulty?
stands up, moves over, diff 8.
well, it might be easier if you folded it.
Adam kind of chuckles at this and simply directs
I
to
found
a set of.
a piece of paper that looked like a bird the other day.
Adam points to a set of numbers that say, I think it said 99.7%.
Just a moment. So if I'm understanding this correctly, she is in fact your child.
She is, in fact, my biological daughter, yes.
Well, this certainly changes everything, actually.
It changes the nature of the case, I believe. Because it's
Why
no
does
longer
it
an
change
adoption so much as legitimizing my daughter.
Yes, exactly so.
I really don't get why Dirtwalkers are so obsessed with fathers.
Hey, Adam looks at her and smiles. Because we love you, dear.
What does that have to do with you being my father?
It has to do with I am now responsible for you in the eyes of the law.
Roger's gonna take out some paper and a pen, and he's gonna start making some notes.
I thought you were going to be responsible for me anyway, so what's the
Yes, however,
Well, yes.
this cuts down on some of the proverbial red tape.
And it
okay?
in fact means, Miss, that you have a chance to get to know another side of your heritage. It's actually rather monumental. I'm going to spend a willpower point because
Okay.
he's actually going to write up, again using intelligence law, a whole new case to bring before the courts, using this information.
Okay.
May I get a copy of these, please?
Yeah, by all means, take it. I mean, you're my attorney. You need it, so.
Very good,
As
sir.
a matter of fact, he passes the manila envelope.
Much better. I'm very happy with this.
You will notice everything in the manila envelope, by the way, paperwork-wise, is there in triplicate.
Thank you. This will make my job very easy. And just for the purposes of the scene, with the expenditure of a willpower point that is actually 5 successes. So you see him once he gets going. It actually looks like artwork. I mean, this guy apparently knows international law like the back of his hand.
Fair enough.
I really don't see any problem with this, sir. And in fact, it actually makes it easier on you. And in fact, I may even be able to get you some additional funding through some of the international child care acts.
Good. Mr. Crispin, did we resolve the issue with New York, by the way? Or are we still working on that?
I don't actually foresee us having any issues with that, sir. The case was fairly clear cut. I believe you should have gotten an email to the effect, or at least some kind of a notice of
I'll
that.
have to check that later.
By the way, Mr. Roger will probably notice that a large patch of the wall looks like it's recently been repaired and repainted.
He'll notice it, but he's gonna focus on the task at hand.
Mhm.
He's still getting used to the whole supernatural thing.
Yep.
So,
What's Roger's willpower rating?
8.
Okay, you notice there's like something off coming from Charlie, but that's about it.
Well,
Rage
Roger's
presence
also a
of 2.
mage, so
Yeah, rage presence of 2.
And he also has Iron Will, so
there you go.
Yeah.
He's unshaken. Plus, he's not affected by delirium because he's a mage. So.
Yep.
Mages
So, yeah.
are affected by delirium unless they have mind effects on.
Oh,
They have mind
fair enough.
shield on.
actually, if excuse me, is it okay if I ask a quick out of character question?
Sure thing.
During the initial scene we did, when I did all that prep stuff for the stuff about New York, would you actually like to do an alternate scene where I can get that resolved, or can we accept that instead of awesome rolls as him having actually set that off and gotten you off of that ugly situation?
I will accept that it got him off because there's enough ugly situations coming up for him.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Charlie's about to hint at that.
Actually, sir, just to save you some time, I actually do have a copy of the findings of that case, and he'll open his briefcase, and he'll hand you a document that it essentially says that in the matter of Coke versus the state of New York, as per new evidence coming to light, we hereby.
We're just going to take one look at that document, hand Adam the pencil, and say it needs doodles.
We hereby exonerate the defendant of all charges, etc., etc.
Like I said, she's going to take one look at the document, hand Adam the pencil, and say it needs doodles.
Okay. Awesome. So, Mr. Crispin.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate the assistance. This matter is rather important to me.
And then I have no doubt, sir. If you'll permit me, I'd very much like to offer you my congratulations. It must be very exciting for you.
Exciting is one way to put it. Yes.
If
I suppose that would be the word. Yeah.
But he still doesn't know how to fish very well.
Adam kind of looks at her. No, I can't fish very well, but I can catch landfish.
You're a landfish?
Yes,
Roger's
landfish.
gonna smile.
Landfish. They're bigger than me. They're typically called cows. Or deer.
And
He kind of furrows his brow and nods, pursing his lips together.
he's just gonna laugh and shake his head.
They are the fish of the mud.
There are plenty of fish that are bigger than you.
Yeah, but see, landfish, they can feed me for days. Hell,
They're
weeks
very large ordinary fish.
Oh dear. And he just kind of sits back in his chair and sips his tea, and he's
No,
he's
I
trying
still don't
really
get
hard
why.
not to laugh out loud.
I still don't get why we didn't go and get some of those land shrimp.
Hmm?
Those land shrimp are an endangered species. They're not to be harmed.
Land shrimp.
Um,
What? Adam turns to
nothing.
Charlie.
He just the whole finger to his lips thing. It has that look of "we'll talk later" and looks at Crispin.
Adam kind of smiles and nods knowingly.
Um,
Okay, dokie.
The ones
Miss.
when I sat on your back and you were in your other form and they were crawling all over the place. With the
Oh, yeah, no, those are on an endangered species list. That we call them cockroaches up here.
I should have done you all the way through.
Cockroaches aren't an endangered species.
Mr. Crispin, the English cockroach in Hong Kong is an endangered species. Thank you. He kind of winks and nudges.
Mr. Crispin, I wouldn't mind getting your contact information for a later project I'm working on.
I would be happy to help you, sir, but I have an exclusive agreement with Mr. Coop.
Oh no, Mr. Crispin, if you'd like, I trust Charlie. If you would like to expand and contract out with Charlie, I'm perfectly accepting of this. James, TV, bro.
Sorry.
That was cool.
I would be honored to try and assist you pro bono, as the contract is also currently going through my firm, and I wouldn't want to step on anyone's toes here in Hong Kong. If you'll pardon me, I've only been in Hong Kong for a relatively short time. I'm actually from Vancouver. But if you have no objections to having me help you pro bono, I'd be happy to assist.
That'll be fine. Thank you.
Not at all.
So does all this really grey paper stuff mean everything's sorted?
As far as I know, is there any other issues I should know about, Mr. Coop?
No, not currently.
Do you want me to roll something to see if you actually mean yes, being a puka and whatnot?
Well, he's not actually looking at you. Plus, you have the changeling Lorraine character to know that.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm very happy for all of you. This is a very exciting day. Also, and he'll sort of lean forward just to be sensitive to Adam at this point. If you would like, I could either help you find a parenting course or give you a list of books you might find interesting on the subject.
I think a list of books would be more apt, Mr. Crispin.
Certainly.
A course would be far too rigid for my existence.
I understand perfectly, sir.
Why don't you just find someone that's done it before and ask their advice?
Well, yes. And he turns to Pelagia and smiles and looks over her doodles. What is she doodling? Just out of
No, she
curiosity.
wasn't doodling anything. She handed you the pencil and said that the papers needed doing.
Oh,
They were too
oh,
late.
gotcha, gotcha.
I will. If you have no objections, I'll email them to you, sir, and I'll have these forms filed immediately with the court.
Very well.
He'll very quickly finish his tea, and if there's nothing else, sir, if you would please excuse me.
Very well. Thank you, Mr. Crispin.
It's my honor to assist you, sir. I would like to apologize for the initial uncomfortableness. It was a lot to take in.
Adam kind of smiles and nods. No, it was perfectly normal, to get that every day. He's looking at Roger at this point. Yeah, that's...
Speaking of uncomfortableness...
Oh, God. And he turns and looks at Pelagia at this point.
Riker said that I should ask you about these things with condoms.
Oh, God. No,
sorry?
sweetheart, no. We'll talk about them at a later point.
She's just gonna shrug. You're like, oh, okay.
What? I'm sorry. What was it she was asking about?
Condoms. Prophylactics. Umbrellas. Helmets for the soldier going into battle.
Roger's gonna be
a bulletproof vest, a raincoat.
Armor is important. Why would you say I need to talk about it with you?
I understand.
Because I am your father, and that is my job to explain these things, since your mother is not around anymore.
I know how armor works.
It's a specialty armor, dear. We'll talk about it later.
Is it armor for feet?
Some people would say yes. I personally say no, because...
Oh my God!
Some people would say it's an armor for the third leg, but,
But you only have two.
No, there's a third, sweetheart, that I hope you will never find out about. Not until you're older.
What?
Good morning.
You only have two legs. I can see them.
Yeah, you can't see my third, and I don't intend to show it to you, dear. That would be weird.
Okay.
Why do you have a third leg? I mean,
because
you need to
I am a male, and you are a female, and males, we get third legs.
I'm just gonna declare that Roger's pretty much doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's pretty much sat back down and he's just laughing now. He can't
Adam is
even
turning
hide
red
it
the
anymore.
more he talks, by the way.
So what?
Man.
What have a third leg instead of a penis?
Awkward.
Huh?
Oh, God.
Adam stops. What?
So what you're saying is dirtwalkers have a third leg instead of a penis?
No. Yes, that is exactly what I'm saying, darling. We reproduce with our third leg.
You also, Miss,
But
please
my mother never
understand
said
that.
anything about strange feet.
Because your leg holds a strange foot. That hopefully out of everyone, Michael will never show you.
Sir, you're just making the situation a little more awkward. I would strongly
Dig that hole. Dig that hole.
I would strongly advise you to take the approach of if they're if they're old enough to ask, they're old enough to know, and
Yes.
explain it.
However, Mr. Crispin, this is a conversation between a father and a daughter, not to be held in a public meeting.
My mother never said anything about strange feet on the.
Oh, your mother definitely felt a strange foot. I promise you that.
I am under.
She didn't say it was anything other than an ordinary penis.
You're safe. You're safe under client confidentiality at this point. So I have no intention of saying anything outside this room. Assuming I can stop laughing.
Yeah, this is not a conversation I'm having in front of my attorney. No offense. But in all
thing like when Drupal was telling me things and it was all lies.
Yes.
So it's not a leg. You were actually talking about a penis.
No, and he looks at her and nods. No, not at all.
Oh my god.
Roger at this point is just gonna shove, like not shove, but slide his empty cup and saucer up a bit more on the desk, and he's just kind of gasping for breath as he's holding his ribs. Please stop! It hurts so much.
Darling, we'll talk about this third leg issue later.
So, is a condom like a metal skirt?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. He shakes his head no. Yeah, kind of.
This is just confusing.
Just digging that hole there. Just digging the hole.
You know, honestly, if I didn't know any better, I would say I was a mortician or a gravedigger for a living.
Stop, it hurts. Oh, my ribs. Oh.
Why do Dirtwalker conversations always seem to end up being about sex?
Because it is a favorite pastime worldwide.
It is, but there are other things to talk about.
Because you ask questions about sex, dear. You ask questions in your little 14-year-old mind, and I feel obligated as your father to answer.
Aww. Out of character, I thought she was, 8. Is she 14?
She's actually 14 because Adam has a merit that she acquired through her genetics called Fairy Eternity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they both have Fairy Eternity.
Age slower, so she's 14, but she looks 10.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
So, yes, hopefully you'll never know the reality of the third leg.
She's just gonna raise her eyebrow like, I have the most stupid dad ever.
I can always hope that my little girl will keep her virtue forever.
Wow.
Yeah, she's just.
Wow.
What does this have to do with any of the other stuff?
Roger at this point is completely laying back in the chair and just shaking his head, looking up to heaven. It's one thing I can say, Mr. Cope, is it's never boring with you and your family. It's never boring.
Well, if it was boring, we'd have to change it.
Adam gives a face. Yep.
That's why you need to put doodles on there. Just pointing at.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna doodle. Adam starts doodling on the paper.
Not the one that I have to
No,
bring to
no, the
court,
one you
right?
gave him.
Okay. Yeah, that would be bad. So, but and Roger will hand a card to excuse me. Uh, do. Um, oh dear. Um, I'm sorry, James, but your name tag is looking a little off, and I can't read it.
Charlie.
He'll hand his card to Charlie. Anytime
He'll
you
go, thank
feel,
you.
please don't hesitate to call me, sir. I'll be,
Alright, will do.
I will be very much looking forward to hearing from you.
Likewise.
If there's nothing else, and he'll close his briefcase and stand up and offer a very polite bow.
So, are you like magically casting thing now?
I'm sorry. Am I like what?
Are you like magically casting thing?
James,
Like
TV, bro.
Michael?
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Please try that again.
Are you like magically casting thingy stuff now? Like Michael?
No.
Adam kind of looks at her. Where did we come up with that?
Well, he looks different now. Because chimerical sight.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yep. That's true.
Any magical effects on Roger at the moment, or Charlie sees a haze around that area?
At the moment he doesn't have any on him.
He still is a mage, and Plage is kind of working these things out now.
Roger doesn't quite know how to answer that question at the moment.
Okay.
No, I haven't used any magic lately.
But you can, right?
Possibly.
Good.
So, Mr. Crispin, I'm to understand you have awoken?
Do you want some crisps?
Why, thank you. I think I would.
And she's going to offer you some of the hula hoops that she hasn't been poking with a pencil.
Thank you. No. You might have a minute, chance at rolling those on a slightly smoother surface.
Great.
And he'll munch on the ones that he's been offered. Unfortunately, I don't know how much of what I can actually share at this point.
Okay.
Well, you know somewhat what Palatia and Adam are. I'm one of the shifters.
Oh, I see. Well, it's an honor to meet one of your kind, sir.
That's why he looks fuzzy. Yeah, out of character, he does not look at all fuzzy to you.
Roger's just gonna have a very polite smile on his face.
But Pelagia does not actually understand that not everyone sees chimerical reality.
You're he'll hold up a finger to politely excuse himself from Charlie for a moment. You're a very adorable youngster. Do you know that? You're quite cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you have some gift of sight, perhaps?
Well, I'm a changeling, so yes.
Oh, so it's a
We see things. Don't you? I mean, you can see the hoops and you can read the papers and stuff. You see things, right?
perhaps in a different way. I'm still learning, so I'm not really
Hey guys, I'm gonna
clear
head
as
out.
to
I'll be back later.
I'm not I'm not really clear as to what my extent is at the moment.
So you don't see that he's furry?
Not as such, no.
But you can see him.
Um,
He can see me in mundane reality. He can't see my more analytic aspects unless I shapeshifted into them.
I don't know. That orcas can't breathe properly and they can't even see properly. It's just weird.
I would probably advocate for the use of different. It's not so much a question of weird, it's just different.
Well, I mean, Darkwalkers can only breathe half of the world, and they can only see half of the world, and it's just. I feel sorry for you.
I'm sure that the more advanced among us can do a great number of things. I'm still very much a student of my
But do you see that dancing rabbit?
What?
Over there in the corner, do you see the dancing rabbit?
I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay.
You're so cute. Mr. Charlie, um, as I said before, please don't hesitate to contact me. And as always, Alicia, um, if you need anything, you can always call me too if you have need.
Okay. Other than make really grey paper things, what do you do?
Well, I solve problems. If someone has a problem with the law or someone else, um, I can I can mediate.
So, can you make people stop doing things?
To a certain degree, yes.
So, if people were to build something somewhere they shouldn't, you could stop them from being there?
From a legal standpoint, yes, I could make an attempt to do so.
Well, can you tell the Pentexy people and the Technomancy people that Technonats thingies that they're not welcome in the sea and they should stop being down there?
Let me put it to you a slightly different way. If you could point out one of their operations, I could then investigate, and if I found something
I
that
can
was
tell you where one is, but I can't go within a mile of it.
well, let me see. If you were to have someone inform me of it, and I could investigate it on a legal plane. If something were to be out of place, I could move to have
Do
it
you
stopped.
have a map of the Marianas Trench?
I'm sure I could find one on the computer.
Well, if you find it, I could probably point to where the place is, where they're not supposed to be.
Okay. For the sake of the scene, Roger will ask Will if he can use his computer.
I'm sure Adam will let him.
Actually, he just came back. Sir, would you please let me borrow your computer? Your daughter wants to point me in the direction of some kind of techno something or other that she believes shouldn't be there.
Technonats and Pentexy people.
Oh.
He says that if people are somewhere they're not supposed to be, he can tell them to stop being there. So I was going to tell him about where the Technonats and the Pentexy people are. Because they are not welcome in the sea, and they need to stop being in the sea.
Yeah, sure. Adam goes and gets a laptop and brings it back.
He'll just use Google to call up a map. What
Google is surprisingly bad at showing the bottom of the ocean.
Google Maps can get the surface. Google World.
Is there?
But with yeah, she asked for a map of the Marianas Trench. So
are you talking about an oil drilling operation or?
it started that way.
Okay.
But Literally just Googling it now.
You're going to just get a general area of where it is, even with Google Earth.
Google Earth probably won't even show the Marianas Trench, to be fair.
Ah.
But if you Google it in general, there are lots of websites. So
if someone could call it up and show me, and if you could tell me what exactly it is that they're doing.
I think it'd work better if we did. You pulled it up with longitude and latitude.
Okay.
well, it's about a third of the way from the north of the trench to the south of the trench. But it's quite a long trench.
Okay. So he'll have a look at the computer. What exactly are they doing that you think is illegal?
They're spreading coldness, and they made the entire city drown.
Judging from what I could think of, what that'd be close to. They're spreading that could translate into mage. They're spreading paradox into that area of the ocean, and they can and with the changelings, paradox manifests physically, predominantly 100% of the time, and it damages them badly or it makes them completely human.
And humans, being dirt walkers, are really bad at swimming and at breathing, and then they drown.
Adam kind of chuckles. Swimming or breathing.
You can only breathe air.
Would you mind if I were to look at a few things and see if something they're doing might be out of line with the current system? Because if I can catch them being lax in a certain area, I can properly move to see about at least calling a halt for the time being until a permanent solution can be ascertained. Let me see. Actually, just a quick out of character question. Would you rather have me attempt this now, or could we do a separate scene to get this?
It's highly unlikely they're actually doing anything illegal.
Although I could still roll, I might be able to find something.
Yeah. Well, that is up to Will.
And exploited.
I would say do it in a different scene.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look and see if my firm has any additional information. He'll make a small list in his notebook. All right. Well, it seems like I have some things to take care of.
Very well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
And
Mr. Huntsman.
please excuse me. And with that, he'll shake hands with everyone. He'll offer his hand to Malaysia. Also, before he politely bows again and takes his leave.
So, I believe if no one has anything else to handle, we can call that scene.
Charlie actually, when Roger steps out, actually will tell Will, I mean Adam,
Well,
that
I was going to say, tell who?
Adam, the Den Father's looking for you to start your kinfolk training.
Adam kind of looks down, but I'm not a kinfolk yet.
He's wanting to start you off early. It's something special.
Okay.
Due to your background.
But isn't the moon all round and stuff today?
Wait, what?
Say again?
Isn't the moon
Is
all
it?
round and stuff today?
Adam kind of looks at Pelagia, looks at his watch, pulls out his phone, pulls up the lunar calendar.
Are you asking, is it full?
Is it full moon tonight?
Oh, I'd have to look at that. Look that up as well. Considering I really should have that page pulled up anyhow.
It is indeed the full moon.
Uh,
Okay. Well,
Not
Adam
only
kind
is it the full moon, but it is a supermoon eclipse.
Oh, that's
and
not till tomorrow, I thought.
yeah, it's tomorrow is a blood moon.
Oh, yeah, sorry. It's clicked over.
It's clicked over for you. It hasn't clicked over for those of us in America.
Yeah, it's like 12 minutes after midnight here, so...
Yeah.
I've still got 6 p.m. So.
Yeah. But
So, yeah.
Charlie does just tell Adam that the Den Father is actually looking for him to start his training a little bit early because it's something special for him due to the fact he's changeling.
Will you end up being fuzzy?
Something like that.
But you're kind of fuzzy already. So will you end
Yeah,
up
but I'll
being,
be...
like, really fuzzy?
Yeah.
Wow, all that fur to try and brush with no thumbs.
He's gonna look like a sea slug. All puffed out.
Uh, eh. Also, he said something about your sword play technique was a little bit off. He wanted to critique in person.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, then in that case, I will head that way.
As out of character, as soon as we can have Ari for that scene, because I think don't know how that would work with Deb trying to play Mac. And plus, Charlie kind of has to go with you because he has to go pick up something along the way anyhow.
Okay. Well, I am okay with calling this scene and hitting that up once Deb has had sleep.
Alright.
That seems reasonable.
So, that being said, thank you players for playing, thank you watchers for watching. As always, have a good evening.